So, so let's see. I'll share all my political ideologies with you guys. Okay, generational wealth gets passed on to their children. The children of the wealthy get the best education, more chances in life, the connections. So if you're rich, the chances of your kid being rich, kid being more educated, is lot more likely than the children of the poor becoming well educated or wealthy. Blacks with bachelor degrees compared to whites without a college degree. So net worth of black people $30,000. Net worth of white people $80,000. So the black person has a degree. We don't. It's not specified which one. It could be an art degree. It could be that or this. It's not specified. Net worth of white people. So we have to know whether an average black person consumes more than a white person, who saves more, because that has a lot to do with it. I know some people that don't work a high paying job, but their net worth is high because they save and save and save and they don't consume as much. America is a country of consumers. It's consumer culture. There's still racism. There's still racism in America, but it's not like we live in the Jim Crow era where blacks were treated like second class citizens or even fucking third class citizens, fourth class citizens. If someone got lynched today, a black person got lynched today, that shit would be all over the fucking news and no one would get away with it. Back then, yeah, it was very possible. Stereotypes, all white conservatives are racist, but do I blame them for thinking that? No, a lot of not all conservatives that are white are racist, but a lot of them are racist. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Okay, you don't have to stay at the same position as your ancestors, even though if you're poor, you'll probably end up being poor, and if you're rich, you'll probably be educated and more likely to be rich than the poor person's kid. But right now in this era, you can go out, you can start your own thing. You can get money from private investors to start your own business. We live in a market economy, so you can go out there and start your own business. You can go out there and get your degree. There's no one stopping you. There might be some racism left in America, but it's not the same on the same degree. And I don't like it when people they get their college education right, but it's a degree in a field that doesn't need that much, no demand. There's no demand for a person, for people to work in that field. Like, I don't know, art, art field, or communications field. There's a lot of people that need to be in STEM because those are the degrees that create all these beautiful things in life. I'm not saying art isn't beautiful because it is. Life would be boring without art, but people need doctors. People need people working in tech. People need the people that are going to build jobs and further our future. I have this narrative that if you're poor, you can't do anything about it right now. Of course you can. You can go out, you can get your education, you can work hard and smart. Don't forget smart because it doesn't matter how hard you're working if you're not working smart. A smart person working lazy can get more done than then okay, I lost my train. If okay, a smart person that's lazy is gonna get more done than a hardworking person working dumb. It's not just if you work hard for a person, you're flipping burgers at McDonald's, you're not gonna get done as much than the other person doing something else, like investing in his own business. That. Why are you working for a boss when you can work for yourself? It doesn't matter how hard you work at a 7-Eleven. You're not gonna get that far. What you need to do? Manage it. If you work hard, it's a lot of people think that I'm rich because my house is like a 2-story house in a very nice neighborhood. Not very nice, but a moderately nice neighborhood, low crime rates and everything. But the thing is, my dad had to take out a whole bunch of loans. He doesn't even make that much, but he saves a lot. He doesn't go out just spending, living paycheck by paycheck. Oh yeah, we do, but he doesn't go out there and just spend and spend and spend. We have 5 people in our family. I think he makes $40,000 before tax. I'm not sure how much it is after tax, but that's not much at all. So we never went out as much to save money. But he's always encouraged education. Education is going to be your way out. Education is power. No, education means money, and money means power in this country. Everywhere, money runs it, right? I've noticed that conservatives are less vocal about their beliefs because if someone finds out about that, they'll get targeted. There's going to be a bullseye on their back. Liberals are very vocal with their ideologies. Someone said conservatives didn't go burn down shit when Obama was in office. Why are liberals burning down so much shit and causing so much harm when Trump was elected? Someone's like, can't we have our fun? I'm not a Christian, but I really do not care what you believe in, as long as you don't kill anybody, hurt anybody, steal shit. It would be weird if you worshipped like Slender Man, but if you didn't do any of those things, I really could care less. A lot of Republicans, they say stuff like, no, that's not in the Bible. You can't. A lot of the older conservatives, okay, just a lot of older people in general don't really support gay marriage. So they're like, they don't support that. And a lot of conservatives just happen to be old white people. But they always bring up the Bible, but a lot of people don't believe in the Bible. You can believe in whatever you want to, but I don't think it's right to force your religion down someone's throat and call them the Bible when there's other faults in the Bible as well. You know, it's not a perfect book. So, I'm a believer in God, but I also think that God gave science to the world, and science runs the world. God has to follow the law of science, and I believe everything about science. Statistics don't lie. I think global warming is real, and that if a company decides to release a bunch of carbon dioxide into the planet, that's bad. That should be stopped. That should be regulated. Even though I believe in a free market where you can do this and that to make money, you still need regulations and stuff like that. Because they don't own the planet. They don't own the entire planet. We all live in it. Animals live in it too. What about them? Overpopulation is real, and I think that if you can't afford to bring a kid into this life, if you can't afford to give him the best education possible, you can't afford to house him, feed him, give him water, you shouldn't have a child to begin with. It's fucked up if you're gonna bring him to a fucked up world. Racism is still prevalent, but it's not as prevalent as it once was. Definitely. The three factors in becoming financially stable is having an education, high school, college. Even though people are gonna say like just because you have a college education doesn't mean you're gonna be successful. Yeah, it's correlation, it's not causation. Just because I'm more likely to be rich if my parents are rich doesn't mean I will be rich. Education, saving, and investing. Treat everyone with respect. Statistics don't lie. A lot of things can be taken out of context to push an agenda. You can pretty much find a study on anything just to back up your agenda, back up your narrative. Everyone deserves a chance at a good life, but illegal immigration makes it hard for other people who want to immigrate here legally. I know I said taxation is theft, but if you're not gonna come here and you're living off other people's money, if you come here, even though you're not eligible for welfare yourself, and you have kids here and they're legal for it because they're a citizen here, they come here and then you're eating off their food. That's taken from the taxpayers. When if you really can't work, okay, I'll give it to you. But if you can, but you're just too lazy to work, I have a hard time feeling sorry for you. Welfare should go to those who really need it, not not those that want it but are too lazy to work. If you need kids to feed, I'm not gonna let your kids die just because you don't want to get a job. Just like I'm not gonna let you die or your kids die because you can't afford this surgery. Okay? I'm not gonna let someone die because of it. People have right to their own opinion. I'll give you that. But an example, if a person in the 1800s, a slave owner, was voted, okay, let's see, they voted, and he said, slavery should be kept, keep slavery. He voted to keep slavery. And someone tells him, that's really fucked up. The slave owner then says, mind your own business and get off your high horse. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason. You have to understand, maybe there's a reason why the other person thinks owning slaves is so fucked up. You know, you have a right to own your opinions, but I have the right to criticize it as well, right? There's some objective evils out there that you're not going to change my mind about, like murder, theft, rape. People say tax is theft, but I'm not. If it's going to something like social programs that are helping people that really need it, I'm not gonna be like, whatever. It'll still be theft, but at least I know my money's going to help someone else. We as a country, I think we need to invest in our tax dollars better. I'll be okay with it if it's going to something worthwhile, you know? If someone stole my money though and spent it on weed, I would be a lot more mad than if someone stole it and gave it to charity. A charity that gives all of their money or most of their money to the need. But if it's a charity, if it's a charity that, okay, I'm getting off topic. A lot of charities, a lot of it doesn't even touch the people that need it because they have to pay everyone else, all their workers. Just a little fact. Okay, pretty much done right now. Okay, I'm gonna end it with veganism. Okay, just like my slavery analogy, if someone was like, I love eating meat, and then another person was like, but that's another animal's life that you're taking because you pay the dollars, so the business could go out and kill the animal for you to eat. Without you funding it, there wouldn't be this whole situation. And they go, get off your high horse. He says, you have to know why that vegetarian thinks that eating meat is wrong, because it's taking a life. That's his opinion on it. People are just gonna shut him down, like shut him out, like, dude, shut up. There's that. Just, I think we should just be. I think we should listen on both sides, be more a little bit more open minded, a little bit more understanding. So those are my political views, and oh, I believe that the best economic system is a market, a free market with a lot of social programs to help those really in need. I think that's the best social program. All of the most successful countries are the rich countries that work in a free market, but also have social programs to help their people when they're struggling. Okay? Well, people say, okay, this is a misconception. Countries, I think Denmark doesn't work on all socialism. There's private ownerships too. There's mostly private ownerships. So it's not that is not a true fact, okay? It's not they're not a socialist country. They have social programs, but I mean they're a socialist country because a lot of the businesses are privately owned, not collectively owned by people. Yeah. I think I think capitalism gives people incentive to work hard and to work smart. Like I said, you can't just work hard for someone else. You have to go out there and do it yourself if you really want to see the big bucks. It gives people incentive. They compete to make their best product. They make it so it's more efficient and whatever. So there.